-7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, go. My
Those
friends,
who are not seated will not be allowed to board the ship.
so my friends, thank you for being here. So we have tonight a double great present to me that was given to me by Christina. Because maybe not all of you know, but I'm starting my 8th decade of life. And what better present to start it with, again, a cruise line. Because this is, and I will tell you more, my 4th cruise line in my family. So it's quite an event. And the celebration we're doing is with all of you friends in Naples, which is the city from which my family came. Because we arrived here from France at the beginning of the 19th century in 1804, and we were here until the Second World War. So this has been my family's great starting point, where my ancestors developed a family business, thanks to which I could do what I'm doing. So thank you, Christina. And not only is Christina, but also thank you to all the team, of course, the Crystal team who wanted to come back with us massively. 83% of the crew, most of the senior managers joined us again. And thank you to the Abercrombie & Kent team, who has been also a great support, which allowed us to do this great restart. So this is for us the 4th cruise line, because in 1818, we started doing shipping out of Naples. We built the first steamship from this part of the world. And we did one of the first cruises also with a ship which was called Francisco Primo. And it did a cruise. So it was a cruise for local billionaires of the time. And you can read it in history books. After that, my father started, he was an exceptional person. He was a military career and a university professor. He wrote the Code of Navigation of Italy. And when the war ended, he started a professional business and a shipping business. And he had passenger services, ferries around Italy and together connecting with Yugoslavia, etc. But at a certain point, we acquired a cruise line, which was called Sitmar, where I had been working when I was 19. And at Sitmar, we built the first free purposely built cruise ships. Sitmar was one of those cruise lines which started from transatlantic migration ships. And the ships were, when the migrations ended from Italy and Greece, the ships were converted into passenger ships. So we started this cruise line, but then we got an offer after 4 years that we could not refuse by Princess Cruises. And so my father told me, Manfredi, when you get a good offer, and you close your eyes and you think, okay, maybe I will regret it, but you have to take it. And the offer was so good that we had to take it. And it was a really great offer. But we kept the passion, and so we started Silversea. And Silversea went on and developed, and we were at a certain point, and Enzo Risone, who's here, is Christina's husband, was agreed to come and work with me, together with me, to manage Silversea. And I said, okay, and so we're on agreement now, you need to have my father's blessing. My father, I think, was 92, something like that. And Enzo went to see my father, and at the end of the conversation, he said, but Professor, what is your desire? And my father was 92, and I think that Silversea had something like 6 ships. And my father said, my desire is that Silversea has 12 ships. And it was impossible for him to see Silversea with 12 ships. But that was his desire. So even when my father passed away, I continued, and I did the deal with Royal Caribbean, and then left the chairmanship of Silversea only when we reached 12 ships. So his desire was accomplished. And I was very lucky because I had a great friend who was called Jeffrey Kent. Because Jeffrey said, "But Fred, if you're going out from Silver Sea, why don't you buy Abercrombie & Kent?" And so that's what we did immediately after. We bought Abercrombie & Kent, and I remained for some time at the helm of Silver Sea as chairman. But it's never easy when you have been the total owner of a company on behalf of your family to be just a minority shareholder, the chairman, respected as much as you want, but you don't dictate and you just don't decide what happens. So it was not easy. And COVID came, and COVID helped us in the decision by which I sold my last bird. At that point, I started looking around. I wake up in the morning, I have no ships. That's impossible. I would call Christina, say, "Christina, where are my ships? I don't have any ship." And so we have to find. So we tried to do several deals. I'm not going to go in details because it's some matters which are somewhat confidential. Cruise lines that we all want. And we tried to acquire one cruise line, another cruise line. And then we also approached Crystal. And the owner of Crystal, he was a great guy, but he had no knowledge about what a cruise business is. And we made him an offer. He didn't take it. It was a very generous offer for what the business was at the time. It was a lot dictated by my desire of going back into the industry and by the fact that thanks to Abercrombie & Kent, we would have had massive synergies and the possibility of cooperating between the two companies. He didn't take it. Again, I tried in November of 2021. He didn't take it. So in February 2022, we went bankrupt. And at that point, I told Christina, it's going to be tough. It's always easier to buy an ongoing business, but we will have this fantastic brand restart and rebirth. As a detail, I think it was in 1998, we tried to merge Silver Sea with Crystal. So I knew it. I had seen the ships, I had studied the product, and we knew a lot about it. And at the end, the Japanese pulled back, and so we didn't do that merger. And so we went into the deal, and we acquired it. And from there on, I just had Christina doing everything. She was coming and telling me, "Should we do this?" I said, "Yes." "What do you think about this? Maybe like this." But for the rest, she did all the battles. She did everything from the negotiations, the financing, the rehiring of the people. And I've been supporting her as a wise person who's been in the industry for many, many years. Because I started working when I was 19, so I've been now working for 51 years. So this is her baby. The ship is her baby. Crystal Restarted is her baby. Abercrombie & Kent and combined with Crystal, which is Abercrombie & Kent Travel Group, is her baby. And so I passed the word to her, thanking her for all she's doing for me, for my family, and for the beautiful gift that she gave me for my birthday. Thank you, Christine.